rather than just trying to do the outline, try to use the software to help you. So I could try it a couple ways. I'll use the line segment tool just for a couple sections, so it's giving me a horizontal line and this vertical line just to make the letter T, because I can then use those to make it the same thickness just by selecting it, taking the stroke tool and indicating the thickness of that stroke is able to build that up. It's still a stroke, so you need to make it a path, and this way it's equal distances from all the sides, so it gives you a perfect selection. So here it is on the outer edge, and there it is with two pieces, and if I just give it a color, you can kind of see the two sections in there, at least on that particular piece. So using the shape builder, selecting those two and clicking it on there, so it's giving me that initial shape of the T. And I can do the same thing with this letter for the S. This time I'm just going to take the pen tool and just shift key it to come down straight. And coming across this way, if I zoom in a little bit so you can see it, come to the midpoint of it, and you can see the Smart Guide is lining me up right down the middle. Hold the shift key down to curve it, and coming right back up here to make that curve coming across, and I can take that section off. And then doing the same thing, just hold the shift key down, find this curve, lining it up, and dropping it straight down. Now, with the direct selection tool, I can take this and see whether or not this has to be moved over a little bit. I can change the handle a little, hold the shift key for that, and that curves that piece in. And do the same on this, so you can start off with a section that's going to give you a little bit more of a curved piece to it. Okay? And again, within the pen tool, you have the convert tool right here. And this allows you to grab the handle to set that curve even more. So as soon as I click on it, I can drag the handles out and make this a little bit more of a curve. So that curves it around a little bit. Do the same with this one. Okay. And then once I have that, I can do the same thing, just use the stroke panel. Here's the stroke itself. And just increase the thickness of this as well. And builds it up that way. With this, I'm going to do the outline of the path. So object path, outline that stroke, switch it around so you can see it. I'm going to take just this letter T and just move it down to fit that piece right in there. And then I can use the same idea, just use the shape with the shape builder tool. And this allows me to connect this for the letter T and create this as a shape. So now they're pretty well connected, and that gives you two colors outside of that area. Okay, and then the rest of it, trying to use the pen tool or the width tool combination. See if I can zoom in on this. So this I can either hide that selection and zoom in, so now I can either take the pen tool, the brush tool, just select on it. You can use the blob brush tool if you'd like. So just kind of taking a look at the shape of this, and this has given me this particular piece. Now, if this is the brush tool, so when you take a look at it, these are separate paths. And if you remember the brush tool, letter B, and the shift B is going to let you toggle through to get the blob brush tool. And you can see that the shapes will be connected to it. And you can kind of fill this all in as you go. So it's trying to decide which tool is going to be the best. The bracket key again makes this a little bit smaller. See if you can't create this image. Just kind of drawn it in here. So that part, just by overlapping, it's all grouped together as one element, one shape. And with this one, you can again use the ellipse tool, for example, to switch it so it's a stroke. And see about placing the sounder. So this is a shape. Here it has the uniform. You can give it a thin and a thick line. You try the profile in there if that's going to work. You have the variable width tool right here where you can adjust the edges to it, just to show you some of the different techniques there. This is still a shape, so you can fill it. I'll give it a color just so you can see it. But I can fill that white, but first I'm going to take the same tool, blob brush tool, and create some of this texture here. And then select this, make this white, and group this together. I have a couple of shapes that I can manipulate. Like so. And just kind of take a look at it, see the best approach that you can put in there. This is doing the blob brush tool again. Okay. And then you can use the ellipse tool to create the bowl shape. So that's for that one. Create another ellipse shape for here. So 2 pieces here, so I shift key to both of them. Give them a light color so you can see what's happening. So here's 2 shapes. See if I can't use the blend tool, move that over a little bit. And that gives me these 2 pieces here. So again, you can give these a color just so you can see them. That's that shape. And group them together. Send them to the back. Show all. So there's a possible way of putting that one together.